to season...
I don't know what season this is.
4 of the Entertainment.
How do you even... I don't know how you even keep track of seasons.
Huh?
Like, how do you keep track of...
Well...
How many episodes are per season?
It's just whatever I fit within, I guess, a calendar year.
Okay, that's fair. Okay, so year by year.
Yeah, because before we were just recording, like, and putting it up every week or whatever.
Yeah.
Right, and then at some point, I think... I went down to Seattle, and
it was 2019.
Yeah, we decided to take a holiday break.
Yeah.
And I thought, okay, that's great. We'll take a holiday break. We'll call that the end of season 1 or whatever. And then after the holiday break, come back at it, season 2, and that's what we've been doing ever since.
Okay.
So we take a bit of a break from like the middle of December to the middle of January, and I think one year we decided to take this summer off too or something like that because there was a whole lot of weddings.
Yeah, like what, 2? There's two. There's two.
There's just a lot of things going on.
Yeah.
So here we are, season 4, brand new season, brand new year.
I guess this is. I totally just forgot that this was the first one back, right?
Yeah, this is the first one.
Oh,
back.
okay.
Yeah.
For some reason, I thought the other guys did one. I don't know. Okay.
No.
Anyway,
No.
all right.
Anyways, yeah, so it's the first one back, and well, I thought that because the holidays were over, New Year's or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Chinese New Year's is coming up. A very Asian thing to do is to have noodles over the New Year.
Yeah.
So that's why I've brought you here, Christian, with me to test out some ramen and noodles.
Yeah.
And we're just gonna review, and listeners are just gonna listen to us eat.
Which actually, this was my idea, but I didn't know that it was like the whole Chinese New Year's thing. But also, I didn't know that there's the potential for this to go very wrong for me.
Yeah,
I didn't realize that like all these.
A lot of the stuff has anchovies in it.
It has fish, so it's just like, I don't know. Like my idea for people listening is that I have a fish allergy, but this stuff is so heavily refined to a point where there can't be anything like reminiscent left of fish. You know what I mean?
It's just fish flavor.
It's just fish flavor by now. Like they've stripped it completely. So I'm taking a chance here. So let's.
Yeah. Also, I guess some more paperwork before we continue on with this. There's no video on this podcast, and there won't be video for the next couple of ones, just because I'm moving. So I'm redesigning.
You should give the address
and whatnot
and your phone number.
Yeah, that's a great thing to do.
Yeah,
right?
do that.
Yeah.
You'll be next to that new bar though.
Yeah.
That I don't know what HR or something.
Something like that.
I went there once and it was okay. All
right. That's a great review. Honest review coming from Christian.
that I mean, what else do you want me to say? Like the food was okay. I'll give it this. It has like they use local ingredients and shit. Like they'll get their bison from Pineview. Is that right? Does they have meat at Pineview like that?
Yeah, something like that. Because I know there's that little specialty grocery store there too.
Is there?
Whatever, like Pitchforks,
Pitchfork, yeah.
That try and source a lot of their stuff from like the Pig and Pantry and.
I don't understand. That whole area is so fucked to me. Like the only reason why those things exist is because Costco's there.
Yeah.
And so people will drive by it because there's not really much of a neighborhood there.
Nope.
Like Matt and I went biking there a year and a half ago, I think, and there was still nothing. Now there's like a road, there's a McDonald's,
Tim Hortons, a bank,
and the location of your new home.
Yeah.
So
my apartment's there. A dispensary.
Is that gonna bum you out being in an apartment?
No.
Why?
Because it's.
Have you lived in an apartment?
Yeah. I know.
Really?
Like this place. I mean, it's a house, but I mean, I only really stay in this one.
No, I'm talking about in terms of like now you have to walk upstairs to. Like, bring your groceries. Yeah. If you buy enough groceries, you got to make 2 trips.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck's sakes. Like, what do I do?
Yeah.
That's annoying.
I've done that before.
Really?
Yeah.
It's annoying, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just couldn't do it. Apartment. Plus, like, you hear everyone else doing what they're doing.
I'm on the 3rd floor.
What does that mean? Top?
No. There's one more above me.
Oh, oof.
Yeah. I wanted the view to see, like...
the construction?
Well, I mean, yes, technically, because... Yeah. It looks my view overlooks a giant mound of dirt.
It does. And it will for a while.
Yeah, it will for a while. But I get to see the sunset.
Are you getting a good deal because it's a new build?
Yeah.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
You can tell me later what that is.
It's I looked around at other places and it's
because I pay $650 and that's split between me and my sister. Is that near it, or is it like way above?
Oh no, it's way above.
Oh,
Like,
really?
Yeah, yeah. You're probably getting because your sister owns.
Well,
it.
my other sister owns it. Yeah.
Yeah, so you're probably getting like a family deal to cover.
Yeah.
Cover it. Yeah, yeah. I'll clue you in all the details.
Okay.
After this, we should probably get started.
All
on
right.
this.
Cool.
I have a lineup here of 4 mostly Korean noodles. I've learned that my favorite noodle company, Nong Shim, is a
Nong
Korean.
Shim?
Yeah, I always thought it was Japanese.
Oh, that's what I thought. I want to say the company was called Bull Noodle.
No, that's the brand.
Oh, what?
But
okay.
Yeah, Nong Shim is a Korean company, so a lot of the noodles I eat are Korean.
All right.
But
Is there such thing as instant Chinese noodles?
probably.
So you don't even know.
Yeah.
Instant Japanese noodles? Well, yeah, that's what ramen is.
Yeah, that's what's like what's.
So who
instant
did it first,
noodles-
the Japanese or the Koreans?
The instant stuff, probably
Yeah.
the Japanese.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
For the war, right?
Yeah.
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 Okay.
All right, so we got a lineup of 4 noodles here.
Do you want to say which ones they are?
We have a Korean, or it's called K-Army stew flavor.
Those are the kind of things I'm afraid of. When you have food allergies and they just say it's stew flavor, you know that kind of bugs me out
We
a
have
little bit.
one of our favorites here, the Buldak artificial spicy chicken flavor noodles. These are like volcano noodles.
Yeah, that shit's delicious. I think that Mark Wiens.
Yeah.
And that guy that Matt watches, the guy who always wears the bandana, is always really sweaty. The white guy. He lives in Vietnam.
Yeah.
I think it's called like the best food channel ever, something like that. He did a challenge during COVID over Zoom with Mark Wiens and some other fucking guy who likes to ferment stuff, and to eat like 6 of those in one sitting. Like you make 6 of them and then eat a bowl of it, and then I think Mark Wiens might have won, but it's my favorite one. I think most I've ever eaten was 4.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I felt pretty bad after. I think I threw up.
We have Muay Pai Ma Tang Muin, which is
That's exactly how you pronounce that.
It's a kimchi, white radish, and green onion.
And this will be my first time trying kimchi.
Oh yeah, because
It's fermented in fish sauce, but like I can't imagine this kimchi being like authentic kimchi.
Yeah.
Because my only frame of reference, like I said to you earlier, was Caesar salad dressing.
Yeah.
Because I can have Caesar salad dressing. It's got anchovy paste, but when I go to places like restaurants in Saskatoon, I ask if it's a Caesar salad. I go, "Do you guys make your own dressing or not?" Because if they make their own dressing, then the anchovy paste is a little more fresh.
Yeah.
And because I went to Alexander's once when that existed, and I got a Caesar salad, and they make their own dressing, and all I felt was like my lips were like a little bit like they felt a little juicy. That was about it, and my gums felt a little like swollen. But other than that, nothing happened. But I'm like, oh, that must be from the anchovies. But when you have something like Kraft, it's not. I don't know what it is. It probably started out as an anchovy and ended up as something else. But
okay, and then the last thing we have is kimchi and butter. Stir fry.
It literally just smells like straight butter.
Yeah. So what do you want to start off with?
I want to start off with our favorite. Let's just get the ball rolling with our bulldog.
The bulldog.
Bulldog spicy chicken.
Yeah, it's artificial. I love how they say artificial spicy chicken flavor.
Which part of that is artificial? Is it the spice or the chicken or the flavor?
Probably all.
Wait, are we sharing this whole thing?
Just split up. Just take a little bit.
I am, but it's like it's kind of cold.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Okay.
Just
I'll take that much.
Okay.
And then you can have the rest.
All right.
Or some of it. Sorry, bear with me here. It's starchy. And we are using chopsticks like authentic Asians use, right?
Yes.
Can I use that term anymore? Can I say Asians as a blanket term?
Yeah.
That's okay with you?
Yeah.
What if I say Oriental?
I'm fine with that.
My mom used to call these Oriental noodles when we were kids. She's like, "You guys want some Oriental noodles?"
Well, it's like what is it? That Oriental noodle salad that white people make.
What the fuck's that?
It's like cheap iceberg lettuce or whatever, and like some sort of dress, like Oriental dressing or whatever on it, and like they take a bag of like instant noodles or whatever, and they crunch.
Oh,
it up,
is that like a pack you can buy at Costco?
Probably.
Oh yeah, my mom eats those.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like a sesame dressing or something. Yeah, with like I think you can get some with almonds in it or some kind of nut. I don't know.
I'm fine. Yeah. So.
All right, I'm just gonna eat this in. I wasn't that hungry when I got here. And I wasn't hungry until I put this into my mouth. Now I'm fucking starving.
Yeah.
It's funny how that works,
This stuff is so good, though. I love it.
Maybe that's what MSG does, too. Actually, I was talking to my sister about MSG. Apparently, it was 2 doctors in the States, or not in the States, or in Britain or something, that had a bet with each other to see how much hysteria they can create with MSG.
Yeah.
And it's bullshit.
Yeah, it all is.
Because tomatoes are loaded with MSG.
Yep.
And then it fucked over a bunch of Chinese restaurants.
Yep.
Because I remember, do you remember, was it Asian Buffet, the one that was on 8th Street, where Yisk is now, like that strip mall?
Yeah.
There was a great buffet of China or Asia or something, a great Asian buffet.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I remember them specifically having a sign underneath saying no MSG, like an asterisk.
Yeah, the Mandarin restaurant, I remember had that sign too, and then the Great Buffet of China also had a no MSG symbol for no MSG in all their cooking.
Man, people are fucked. Like, I worked with this guy at Extra Foods that he was my grocery manager, and he said that he was addicted to MSG at one point because the day before at Extra Foods they got a shipment by accident, and it was just bags of MSG. And he said that a bag was ripped open, and he smelled it, and he said he just started to bug out.
Oh.
And I'm like, you're full of shit. That's like people who say that they're allergic to sulfites. Like, they get a headache when they drink wine because of the sulfites. It's like, no, you're full of shit.
Yeah.
Have you ever had, because I've met people like that, and I'm like, do you ever eat dried fruit? They're like, yeah. And I'm like, do you get a headache from dried fruit? I'm like, no. I'm like, well, things like cider and wine, they might have like, there's a legal limit. The most you can put in is 200 ppm of sulfites. Dried fruit is like 1,600.
Damn.
In a bag. And it's like, no, you're full of shit. So just when you tell people like things are bad, quote unquote, and then they start to, psychologically just be like, oh yeah, that's no good for me.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Now, what I will say about this one, because it also comes in different flavors too. There's the artificial chicken one or whatever that we have here. They have a cheese one. And
what?
They have a curry one as well.
I bet the curry is probably better than the cheese, I would say. Because Asian people took like their own, like at least the Japanese, they took curry, I think, from India. That's where
the Americans brought Indian curry over.
Did they?
Yeah, as rations.
Okay.
They were part of their rations or whatever, and that's why it's considered a Western food in Japan.
If you keep going west, I guess eventually you'll get to. Wait, no, but America's to the east. It can be.
Yeah, but like,
I know
they consider it a Western food.
Everything is west. I don't know. It's a big fucking circle.
It's all relative, right?
Yeah, I guess we didn't really review it, but I don't know. It tastes fine.
This again.
Like it's pretty fucking spicy as far as instant noodles go. It's pretty fucking spicy.
Yeah. There's this trend of like there's like this stuff, volcano noodles, and like just like a trend of like super spicy noodles that have sort of hit the shelves lately. I like this. This is good.
I think people are starting to. I don't know. Like, are people starting? Is spice becoming a thing now? Like a badge of honor, kind of like being able to drive standard or be over 5'10" as a male. Is that like a badge of valor now? Probably. Being able to tolerate spicy food, so people like it.
What that one chip challenge?
Oh yeah. I still want to try that, but I don't know if you can actually get it anymore.
Yeah, probably not.
I don't know, but no, it's because the thing is, I was thinking, because at work we're gonna do a pear, like a Perry, so it's just what apples is to cider, it's a Perry, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, I did like a little trial of it, and it doesn't taste like anything because pear juice is just like
it's bland.
It's pretty bland, like it's not very, it's like whatever, and I'm like, there's no market here for that. But I was thinking about infusing it with habanero, so it's a habanero pear. But I'm like, I don't know if that, like, I bet it would be good, but. I don't know.
White people stomach it.
That's what I mean. Or no, not just like white people, but white people here.
Yeah.
People in California will go nuts for any kind of like chili pepper infused beverage.
Poblano.
I don't know what poblano is. Is that a pepper? Oh, it is. Yeah. Okay. But I mean, like habanero is more accessible.
Yeah.
Because jalapeno doesn't have a lot of flavor.
No.
I don't think so. But I think habanero would be interesting. But anyway, should we try the next one?
Yeah. Let's move on.
Okay.
I don't know. Do you want to give this a rating?
What is that? Oh, that's out of what?
I don't know.
Out of 3?
We've kind of walked into this, ass backwards.
I don't know. Like, it's out of 5.
That's like
a 3.5 out of 5.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. It's our baseline. Like it's our comfort. We know it.
Yeah.
We've been there.
I'm interested in this other stuff. Let's try this army shit.
Okay, so this is this the army? No, this is more red. So that's the army one.
This is the army one?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So this one is the packaging says K Army stew flavored noodle soup, with chili beans.
What the fuck? What, chili beans?
Yeah.
Actually, I don't even know. I couldn't tell you actually what a chili bean is.
So, judging from the look of the ingredients on the packaging, it looks like there's some sort of like processed like top dog wiener.
What?
Yeah, that's what that looks
Can I
like.
have the spoon, please?
Yeah, sure.
Just gonna grab some.
There's kimchi, those beans, onions. Kind of looks like cheese.
Looks like cheese?
Yeah.
Like the word looks like cheese?
No, I mean there's this yellow.
Oh, you're looking. I don't know what.
That's gotta be like cheese or something, right?
I'll give this. People in Korea and Japan, they really know how to make their food look, I mean, horrible, but also like good at the same time. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know what that triangle thing is. It looks like a Toblerone made out of cheese, but miniature.
All right, so I want to say I know a little bit of history about this. I guess this army stew, the Korean army stew.
All right.
Because I've seen it at Korean restaurants and I've had it before. And from my understanding, this is sort of a dish that derived from after the Korean War.
Okay.
The country was all torn to shit and people were starving, and I guess the Americans would share their rations with Koreans.
Okay.
So there'd be a lot of processed meats, spam, bacon.
I've seen this. Wait, spam? Okay, sorry, continue.
Yeah, like spam, bacon, sausages, American cheese, and they incorporated it into a lot of their cooking. So the Korean army stew, as it's known, is like kind of like a spicy Korean stew based off of American processed foods.
Interesting. It's kind of like feijoada in Brazil. Have you heard of that?
No.
Yeah. So obviously Brazil is like super culturally diverse. Like you have like there's no such thing as what like what does Brazilian look like? There's no such thing. Just because you had the indigenous population, you had the Portuguese descendants, and you had the slaves that were brought over, right? And feijoada is this meal that you eat on, I think, Fridays. It's either Fridays or it's Saturdays, and it's a mixture of all the different parts because it came from the slaves. So the plantation owners or the people who do slave would give them the worst parts of every animal, or they're just like. They would take all the leftover bits and put it into the stew and serve it on rice. And now people in Brazil eat it on Saturdays because if you eat it on Sundays, you'd be too tired on Monday. That's how rich it is.
Damn.
So it's kind of interesting how like food and like history kind of emerges. I think that Mikey Chen guy?
Yep.
I think did he do a thing on Korean stew? Because I have this vivid memory of someone talking about Korean stew and they're standing in an army tent and they're talking about it.
Probably.
Yeah, okay.
It seems definitely like something that he'd make a video on. Yeah.
I mean, this one is like... Did you eat it already?
Yeah.
Holy shit. Oh no, what do you think? You say it.
So, I mean, it's not spicy at all. It's got chili beans in it, but I mean, we purposely left one of the packages out because I think it had fish cakes in it.
Yeah, it was just like dry pollock or something, like flakes that you put on top.
Yeah, so we purposely left that on. That maybe that's where the chili beans are or whatever. But like flavor wise, it's a lot more milder than the Bulldog volcano noodles or whatever. It's not bad.
This tastes like something that you would get in a war. Like, it's something that if you haven't eaten for a while and you'd look forward to it, but I wouldn't buy it as a person who eats 3 meals a day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I mean, like the flavors that it derives from, like it's a lot of processed meats and stuff like that. So like I can imagine it being, because it is a bit, in my mind, a little bit more saltier than the...
You think so?
Yeah.
I thought it was less salty, actually. Okay. That is full of fucking salt, the last one we tried.
I mean, yeah, this is all packaged noodles anyways.
Jesus, my kidneys are going to hate me after this. It's a good thing we have water here, though.
Yeah.
Put me on dialysis after.
But I mean, it's nice. I still prefer the volcano noodles over this.
Is it due to the spice?
That does play in a factor. I mean, like, you and I both love spicy foods, right? But just coming at it sort of like trying to, I guess, I don't know, judge each one fairly.
I don't know. It's like it's good. Like, I don't know, man. It's
fine.
It's fine.
It's good.
It's fine. It tastes like something that you would get in the army. And if it was a bad enough war, that would be like your treat. That's kind of how I can. But if you had it today, it's like, oh, well, I've had better ones. But okay, all right. So next one, I guess.
Next one we have kimchi and butter stir fry, and then this one is just a kimchi and white radish.
White radish? You think you're gonna actually get any white radish out of this?
I mean, does a turnip have flavor?
No.
Does a radish have flavor? Like,
some turnips. I don't know. I don't know if you can hear that. Oh, that's what good pussy sound like. Sorry, that's from a meme that I saw. I didn't make that up. Oh. Fuck. Are you on TikTok?
no.
Do you watch TikTok? Yeah, you
I
do.
mean, like, you can't avoid it.
I watch
TikTok. You go on like other websites and stuff like that, and they always pull shit from
That's
TikTok.
what I was gonna say. It's like I'm like TikTok adjacent. Like I don't have TikTok and I don't scroll through it, but I'll be on other meme sites that do take TikToks.
Yeah. And then,
I should probably get some soup out of that, but I already put that in my mouth. Here.
That's fine.
I'll just.
But like, there's no way you can avoid it.
Yeah. Here.
I got one. So, like, yeah.
All right. You can really smell that fucking butter. It's almost kind of like off-putting.
Yeah, we still have that one to come to.
Wait, what? This is not that one?
This is not the butter one.
Wait, which one is it then?
This is just the regular kimchi and white radish.
Oh, fuck me. Well, that's embarrassing. It's pretty mild. Oh wow, you just go fucking ham on that. Oh my god.
And this is also why I didn't want to do video too.
You're afraid you're gonna look terrible?
No, I mean, who wants to watch two grown men just eat?
Or listen? I think listening is probably worse.
Also, I'm trying to not eat into the mic. Sorry, everybody.
I'm trying to.
But yeah,
This kind of just tastes like the last one.
this one has a bit more. Like, I dropped the mic.
Mic drop.
Yeah, sorry. This one here, I can't. It's
Fucking Obama over here.
It's got more of that vegetable flavor to me.
Yeah, it does. Let me see this. Is it spring onions or what is that?
Yeah, green onions, spring onions, scallions, whatever the fuck you want.
What the fuck is that supposed to be? Is that raw chicken
What?
on the front? Or is that supposed to be fish?
No, that's radish.
That's radish?
Yeah.
Why does it look like raw chicken?
They call it white radish here, but it's daikon. It's like a turnip.
I know daikon. I was going to make a recipe one day and they like wanted daikon. I'm like, well, I don't know what that is, but I'm going to just leave it out this time.
Yeah. Daikon's it's like turnips, right? It's like a nothing flavor. You kind of stew it and cook it with other shit to give it flavor. It's
got a little bit of a chili in the back. It isn't hitting the back of my throat. Or maybe it's anaphylaxis. I don't know which one.
Yeah, that could be.
I'm just kidding.
If this episode ends abruptly, it's because we had to rush Christian to the hospital.
Yeah, no, I'm fine so far.
Yeah.
I made a beef udon noodle soup, and I just kind of freestyled it and improvised. And when I was cooking it, my sister came downstairs. She's like, "Oh, I thought you were like eating McDonald's or something." That's what it smelled like, and I'm like, it tasted good. I just loaded it with chili oil anyway. But like, yeah, my sister was like, it smells like McDonald's, and I was kind of offended. I was like, really?
Yeah, that's like a diss on your cooking or something. Right?
I was just freestyled. I looked at the recipe, and I was like, I don't have like 45% of these things, and I would need to go to the market of Asia to go get them. But I was like, I fucking just can't be bothered. So I just put some like stewing beef, just like seared it real quick, and then put it in this I don't know, gravy fucking beef stock thing that I don't know. And then I just had like Chinese white like cooking wine. I was like, well, this is Asian, so I put it in. And then it was okay, I guess.
Yeah, as long as you enjoyed it, that's the important thing.
Udon is fucking delicious, though.
All right, so again, for this one here, I still prefer the volcano noodles out of
right. Man, we're really bad at this. Or at least I'm bad at this. I think I gave it like a 3 out of 5.
I gave the volcano noodles 3. The one before that, the army stew, would have been like a 2, and then this one would be a 2 as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so I wonder what a 5 out of 5 ramen, like instant ramen, would taste like.
It's got to be something that really, really. It's got to pack a punch.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
What kind of punch?
I don't know. It's got to be the flavors just have to hit right, and what really does, I think, matter is that some of these ramens, instant noodles or whatever, come with like a little like kind of like a fat package.
Maybe a fat package.
So it's like just like a sealed thing of like a little bit of lard or something, like flavored lard or something like that.
Really?
Yeah, some of those, and like those ones I think really add an extra dimension to the broth.
You know, what'd be really fun for some reason is you go to like an upscale ramen restaurant, and for one night you just open packs of these, and then dress it how you normally would dress it, and just see what people think, and that will gauge what your customer base is eating, right? Like,
yeah.
What do they actually know?
Oh, that'd be interesting. Yeah, I mean, I've always tried to think about, like, you know how like food delivery stuff is so prolific now.
Yeah.
Having like a restaurant or whatever, like a place that you can go to, and like people would just order off of other restaurants' menus, and they get it delivered to that restaurant.
People done that?
I don't know. I'm just thinking. I don't know if it's been done before, but like say
and just sit down and eat it.
Like you and me and like a bunch of friends or whatever want to go out, and we can't really decide on a place to eat, right? Because everyone's got food allergies or like.
Oh, it's like we go to Hideout, and then Dan skips the dishes from like Domino's or some shit.
Yeah,
and
then I get something from like Manchu Walk. And
that'd be pretty funny. It's just like, I think Simon would be pretty pissed about that, but that'd be pretty funny. If you're gonna do it anywhere, you have to do it there, because at least he won't get.
Yeah, but I'm thinking like that as like a business model. I don't know where you try to make your money from.
So order food, but go order it to a place that's not your house, and hang out with your friends. I don't know, Jason. This is a terrible idea.
At least it's an idea.
But it's great. I saw their restaurants are like fighting back now against those delivery courier services. Like I saw a Domino's commercial just talking about how like the skip the dishes and all those websites or those services takes you pretty you pretty much don't get any profit off of it.
Yeah.
It's just you pretty much paying a marketing company to deliver your food to people.
Yeah, and like even now, even when I do order skip the dishes or whatever, certain restaurants will include a little pamphlet and it's like, hey, we do our own delivery or whatever. Just go to this website or just call us or whatever. And, we can cut skip out of it.
No pun intended.
Yeah.
No, because I ordered a pizza from Black Pepper like a couple days ago.
Okay.
There's a black pepper pizza, apparently. It's not like it's Indian specific. But on the website, I got 2 pizzas for like $42, like 2 14-inch pizzas.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, if I got one pizza from anywhere on Skip, it'd be like $32. So I got 2 pizzas. And then I just paid cash when the guy came.
Just like a normal pizza place.
Yeah, like just like a normal. I just didn't want to order through Skip because I know that I get hosed on it, and I know that the restaurant gets hosed on it.
Yeah.
So it's funny because Skip the Dishes was founded more or less here.
Yeah.
It's headquartered in Winnipeg though, but one of the guys is from here, and it sold to that food plate, that other company in Britain, I think.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, for a lot of money, and I wonder if that guy's like. I probably got out at like the best time, just because now people are realizing how those delivery services just fuck over everybody.
It sucks. Yeah, and like the dude's like a multi-million-dollar man or whatever, and I think he lives here in Saskatoon.
Yeah, probably. I mean, it's not a terrible, like, if you want to be rich and keep your money, Saskatoon's a good place to live.
Just,
Because you can get a lot of stuff here. But anyway, so we try the next one? What's the next one?
This last one here is the kimchi and butter.
Okay, okay.
It just reeks of butter. Probably not as much anymore.
And cabbage. Oh my god, it's so congealed. Like, I just picked it up with chopsticks and the whole fucking thing just... It looks like it was flattened into a patty. Oh, that'd be pretty good. Hey, put this between buns and...
Oh, fry it up?
Yeah, have you ever fried ramen before?
No.
I wonder if that would taste good.
I haven't deep fried. Like,
it's kind of like it's like when you have leftover mac and cheese.
Yeah, and then you
just put it on the frying pan and just crisp it up a little bit.
I know some people they'll take that and like roll it up and like breadcrumbs and deep fry them.
Oh really?
Kind of like hush puppies or whatever. But
I don't know I had no idea what a hush puppy is. Sounds like some white people shit.
Yeah. Jalapeno
what is
poppers.
it? I always thought that's a slush puppy. Never mind.
Slush puppies is the drink.
Yes, it is. With the dog on the front, right?
Yes.
Yeah. You get it. Any confectionery at a pool. Apparently, the one at Lakewood Civic Center closed. Hey, did you ever go to Lakewood Civic Center as a kid?
Yeah.
Wait, where did you grow? Like, where did you live growing up as a kid?
For the first, I moved to the east side when I was 10. Just up here in Lakeview, and before that, I was in Dundonald.
Nice.
Yeah. So I can't really handle the smell of this one here.
It's as buttery as it smells.
Yeah.
This is my first encounter with kimchi, and it's probably I'm sure that there's some Korean ancestors that are just like rolling over in their graves.
Yeah, that's like putting a stick of butter in your mouth.
I wonder how much butter does it say?
Oh, I have no clue.
Per bowl, 520 calories. Holy shit. That's like a lunch. That's like a whole lunch. But then you're going to be hungry in 25 minutes after you eat this because there's just nothing to... Oh my god, there's a stick of butter on the front.
There's probably a stick of butter in this.
Let me see the nutrition facts. All right. So, they got it double-sided. They got it on both sides. It'd be funny if they were, like, not the same. It's like how much, like, the one you read is how much you want to delude yourself. What the fuck? Total sugars, 10 gram, includes 6 grams of added sugars.
How much fat is in that?
24 grams of fat. Saturated fat, 10 grams. Trans fat, 0 grams, because, they got to put that. Cholesterol's not bad. It's just mostly salt. It's 57% of your daily value in salt if you eat this whole fucking thing.
Jesus Christ.
I wonder how many of these you could eat before your kidneys just start to fail. Or before, I think your brain will start to fail before you're, like you telling you to stop.
Yeah. I mean, it's like that McDonald's documentary, Super Size Me. Like,
oh yeah,
that guy just put only McDonald's through his body for like a month.
You know what? In McDonald's defense, if you eat anything like that, like, okay, sure, you can just eat another fast food restaurant, same thing will happen. But if you eat, I'm trying to think, if you eat steak and potatoes every day, and that's it, breakfast, lunch, and dinner is steak and potatoes, I guarantee after 2 months, you'll probably have like colorectal cancer or like I don't know, like what happens when you consume too much protein and starch?
Yeah,
I have no idea.
Your intestines will be just fucked up.
Yeah, I mean, like because they say that like fiber breaks down meat, like those kind of deposits in your intestine, and sometimes you can have meat that sits in your colon for 10 years. Ugh. It lines your colon, so you eat fiber to break that up. Can you imagine the steak you ate 10 years ago is still sitting in there?
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I know. Gross, right?
Yeah. So I'd assume just like, if you ate something like this processed or whatever.
Did that Morgan Spurling guy do it twice?
I know there was a Super Size Me. I don't know if there was a Super Size Me 2.
I'm pretty sure. I think there might have been. And he's like, I'm going to do it again. And maybe something different will happen. You know what would be an interesting documentary? Is you train really, really hard. You train like an Olympian, right? And you do your, I don't know, the researchers take all like these tests beforehand to get like your base level of like everything from like, I don't know, cholesterol or like your muscle definition to your, I don't know, anything, whatever the parameters are, right? And then you train super hard like Olympian, but on the other side, you're eating terribly. And it'd be interesting to see what parts of your body start to react. Because there's a saying that you can't out-train a bad diet.
Yeah.
But like, I'm wondering, based on like, what if they do different training, like different athletes would do? Like, for example, you train for 6 weeks like a soccer player, and then another 6 weeks you train like a boxer, and then you train like another person, and then but the food is consistent, so you see what starts to fucking change around your body, like which organ starts to fail first. You know what I mean?
It's like those actors that put their body through like such drastic changes,
like Christian Bale.
Yeah.
Like Jesus Christ.
Like he went from Batman to the Machinist, back to Batman, and then into like that Dick Cheney film or whatever.
Was that Dick Cheney or was that American Hustle? I think it was American Hustle. He put really he put a lot of weight on.
Yeah.
And then he dropped. I think it went the opposite. Oh no, you were saying it went back to Batman.
Yeah.
And then the Machinist, all he did was eat yogurt and berries and water for like weeks.
And like that it's got to shock his system.
Oh, that definitely fucks your organs for sure.
And like see what kind of damage he's done to his body.
But I'd be really curious to see like put someone through like the paces of an Olympic athlete, but feed them absolute shit.
I'm
to see what happens.
If they'd be able to complete the training.
That's what I mean, though. Say you say no alcohol, adequate sleep. You get those two.
Yeah.
Adequate sleep and no alcohol, and you're training, but you're just like.
If you eat like shit, the amount of like salt that you're probably consuming.
But that's the thing, though. So what happens if the amount of salt that you're consuming is being excreted by your workout? Because have you ever seen people run marathons? You'll see salt coming out of their pores.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So it would be just interesting to see what the body does. And some nutritionist would be like, that's a terrible idea. You'll probably kill somebody. I don't know. I think it'd be kind of interesting. They could only drink water, too. That's it.
Only drink water.
Water.
We could probably convince one of the guys to do that.
Well, wait. They're not going to train like an athlete, though, like an Olympic athlete. But like, okay, no alcohol, only water, adequate sleep. Those are the only three things that you get, but you train hard and you eat like shit.
Every day's a cheat day, but
like I don't know, like it'd be kind of interesting. I wonder if you had to make a documentary like that, you would have to trial it first before you ever get money to go ahead with it, because what happens if you get funded
and the guy
and after 6 weeks, no, the guy doesn't die, just nothing happens.
Yeah.
There's just like they gained 4 pounds and their cholesterol's through the roof or something, like. But like, oh, their deltoids are looking pretty nice. Like, nobody's gonna buy that, right? So you'd almost have to trial it.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
I mean, convince Dan to do it.
Well, you're saying
put him through the paces.
You're saying, what is it? To work out is going to be a challenge for Dan, and to get
no. I'm talking like you have a fucking. I'm just saying that in a perfect world, you have like whoever trained fucking, was that Michael Phelps that's the swimmer? Yeah. Whoever trained him. And then when you do boxing, whoever trains the top boxer, like you have people to guide you, right? And then say you have a nutritionist, but they're advising you on the things that you're eating, so like you don't go overboard, right? Like, Dan, like you can't drink that much ginger ale. You can only drink water.
You can't have that much what is it?
Yogurt. You can't consume 4 kilos of yogurt a day. Like, you know, you're not a baby lamb or something, you know? So I don't know. I think that'd be kind of an interesting.
Well, we'll bring it up to him, see how he feels about that.
He'll just laugh and then go on to the next subject, or be like, "Oh, I gotta go raid, guys. See you later."
Yeah.
Anyway, this kimchi butter.
I don't like it at all. It is just all full frontal, hit you in the mouth.
Full frontal.
Yeah.
It's the Ben Affleck of ramen noodles.
Yeah. I don't understand why. I guess that's a thing, right? Buttered noodles is a.
What's a gochujang though? It says gochujang on the front, butter sauce.
I have no clue what that means. It's probably some sort of like sauce made with butter and kimchi and like spices or something.
Yeah, no shit.
But I don't like butter and noodles together. I know buttered noodles is a thing, and I think white people eat that.
Yeah, I don't understand that. Like, they'll put butter after they cook pasta.
Yeah.
I guess it to make it not stick to the side of the bowl when it cools, or the pot when it cools, but white people just put butter in everything. It's kind of gross.
Yeah.
I was taught when I was a kid that butter was the devil. Along with like my parents, they only use butter like in baking and stuff, but like never put butter on toast. Even though I fucking loved it, I used to sneak it. I used to take toast and then melt butter in the microwave and then pour the liquid butter onto the toast and slap like probably a good 2 tablespoons of honey on a single piece of toast and just fucking go to town with a big glass of milk. That was my favorite.
Oh no, I used to do like toast with peanut butter and condensed milk on it.
What? Oh,
it's an Asian thing.
Condensed milk. So that's pretty thick, right?
Yeah.
So it'll just. That's interesting. I might try that, but without the peanut butter though.
Or you can try with like the fake peanut butter or whatever.
I've had the fake peanut butter, and it's like it doesn't make me sad that I can't have it, because like I never liked the smell of peanut butter anyway.
Okay.
But I might try this condensed milk shit, but I don't know, maybe on some naan bread or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I think that kimchi one's probably the worst one.
The kimchi and butter one.
Yeah, I'm gonna eat more of this one.
Yeah, eat it
Can
all.
I eat the rest of it?
Yeah, it's just gonna sit here, and I'm gonna toss it out.
Okay, I don't even need to like use the chopsticks properly. It's just so congealed by now.
Yeah. All right, so there's our noodles to bring us good fortune.
I think yeah, and I think the takeaway from this episode is just go eat a fruit.
Yeah.
You don't need to eat this.
Yeah.
We're
doing this so that you don't have to.
This is like when you jerk off to like really like something shitty on a porn site and then you just feel terrible after. You're just
it's the
where it's like, why did I
post nut clarity or whatever.
Yeah, that's when you have sex with a real woman though. I'm talking about like it's just you just feel shame and regret and you're just like, you know what, I'm gonna turn my life around, but then you do the same thing the next night or even that following day. So eat a fruit.
Yeah. But there we have it. We have noodles for our New Year.
Happy Chinese New Year.
Thank you. I think Chinese New Year is February 1st.
Yep. I'll be in Richmond, Virginia. You can catch me at the Laugh Factory. I'm just kidding. I'm not a comedian.
Yeah. Other than that, I guess, Christian, how was your holidays?
It was fucking cold, man. I didn't leave my house for a week. There was that, you know how the stat holiday was on the Monday after Christmas?
Yeah.
And then just New Year's Eve was the 31st.
Yeah.
And so I took that Friday off, and I was like, oh, I'll go to work for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And then I just didn't. I'm like, I'm not leaving the house. Fuck this. Plus, my car was going to break if I went out there. Anyway, I guess that's a really bad way to put it, but it was fine. I just hung out with my family, did normal family shit.
Okay. I came back from Seattle.
Oh, yeah. How was that?
That was... the trip was fine. Spent time with family that I haven't seen in a while. My brother moved down there recently
really?
with his fiance.
How do you get the visa?
Huh? He's still technically waiting on it, so he's down there on a visitation thing. He's got to come back up in like a couple of months.
Oh, no.
And then speak to some lawyers before.
So what is he doing for work?
He does contract graphic design work.
In Canada?
In Canada, in states, companies.
Are you allowed to do that? If you're a contract person, if you're Canadian and your business is based out of Canada, are you allowed to take on U.S. clients?
US clients, yeah. You can take clients from all over the world.
Because then, do you have to like pay the IRS? Do you have to do like
that? That's only if you do work down in the States.
Oh.
If you do everything remotely and in Canada, you don't have to pay U.S. taxes.
So can't he just like work and live in Seattle until he gets married and then get the green card?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty cool. I wish I could move to the States.
Yeah. So, I got to meet her side of the family and that kind of stuff. And that was all cool. People bitch and complain about this whole, I'm not going to say it, but like the sickness going around, like kind of like really.
Well, you don't want to get canceled?
That, and I don't want the I think, our video being flagged or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
But everyone's complaining about how much of a hassle it is to travel. I agree that it's a hassle to travel, but not for the same reasons that everybody's complaining about.
Yeah.
About all these like regulations and stuff like that, about getting tested beforehand and whatnot. That I'm okay with. I'm all fine with. If you plan ahead,
yeah,
it's not a headache. What really got to me was everybody's getting sick, so no one's showing up to work. So flights get delayed. Flights get canceled.
Yeah.
And I had to stay overnight in Vancouver because my plane got delayed when I was going down there. For my original flight got delayed 4 hours because the crew was coming in on a different flight that got delayed or whatever.
Okay.
And then coming on the way up, again, flights were delayed by like 2 hours or something like that because again, crew issues. What really sucked was that my parents' flights got canceled, trying to come back home.
Oh, really?
Yeah, their flights got canceled, so they had to stay in Seattle another night, and they flew out, and then flew out to Vancouver, and then their flights from Vancouver back to Saskatoon got canceled as well. So they had to stay.
So their PCR test was still good for the following day?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So then they had to stay in Vancouver for an extra night as well, and then fly back home. And then because of all these delays and flights and stuff like that, the airlines lost their luggage.
Huh. Wow. Yeah, it's kind of a shit show. I mean, it's like, you're kind of there. Like the airline companies are just limping right now. Like I'm leaving for Virginia in a couple weeks here, and I'm kind of nervous about going there. Honestly, it's the South. It's a Republican state. They don't believe COVID is real, and so I have to be like super careful because I come home and then 2 days later I go to Maui. So if I get COVID down there, I ain't going to Maui.
Yeah.
And so my mom was like, "Oh, you need to wear N95s. You can't even wear the
cloth or like the medical masks."
Yeah.
They were going around, like I was sitting in the airports or whatever, and they're going on about like if like growlers are acceptable or whatever, gators are acceptable.
Gators.
Yeah, but you have to double up on them. I'm sitting there going,
"What the fuck's a gator?"
And it's what, like, you know what professional football players wear during like the winter when they're playing outdoors or whatever?
Yeah.
That cover up like their face and like
their
heads or whatever. It's
okay.
like
It's like a skull cap kind.
Yeah,
like it's a
kinda.
skull full. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, yeah, you can wear those, but you have to double up on them. I'm like, I never knew this was an option.
Why would you want to wear that?
I don't know. I was like, I never noticed it at first, but then when I heard that announcement,
You'd look like a ninja if you did that.
When I heard that announcement on the intercom, I started looking around, and like, sure enough, there were people walking around with these things on. I'm like, huh.
Yeah, it's kind of So, did you have to pay for your PCR test when you came home?
Nope.
Yeah, because you just put your address as the address you're staying at, right?
They didn't even take my address. No, it was all like I went to the University of Washington.
Yeah.
Had set up a bunch of testing sites.
Okay.
And I just walked up, or I booked an appointment. And I went up to my scheduled time.
No ID, no nothing?
No, they didn't ask for ID. Oh, no, they did. They just asked for my passport number.
Does it come up as a Canadian number then?
I wrote it down or whatever, and just so that they can include it on their.
Oh, okay. Because when I got the PCR test done coming home from Florida, we had to give our passports over at the CVS.
I didn't have to give my passport over. No.
Okay. Yeah.
No, but like, and it was weird too because most of the time they swab your nose for you.
Yeah.
Right. This one I went to, it's like, no,
you do yourself.
You self-swab.
Yeah, because we went through a drive-through. It was literally a pharmacy drive-through, and they just handed us the packages we did in our car.
Yeah, and
put it in the thing,
like,
give it
all
back.
Right, go deep in your nose. I'm like, how deep am I supposed to go?
You're just screaming.
I went pretty far back.
Yeah, you're bleeding and
I pulled it out and there was a little bit of blood on the end
really?
of the swab.
Oh, gross.
Like, is that okay? And you're like, yep.
Jesus Christ.
And then I got my results like 24 hours later.
Yeah, because I'm going to CyberCon in Virginia, and so I've got 2 other guys I work with coming with me, so I've arranged everything. So we're getting the antigen test like the day before at night. I booked it for 8 p.m. And we leave at 6 a.m., right? But our first flight to the States is from Calgary. No, from Toronto to LaGuardia, right? So you have to get 24 hours in there.
That's the weird thing, because I was asking my ticketing agent about that, because my parents' flights were eventually delayed, right?
Yeah.
And they said as long as it was done like the day before, that 24-hour window doesn't really, like, you could take it at 6 a.m. right? And then say like your flight gets delayed or whatever, and you don't get to fly out until the next day at 8 p.m.
Yeah.
They'll still take that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, because you can get fucked that way.
Yeah, because like that's what my parents were worried about.
Because that's why I booked it so late. Because then if anything happens from Toronto, we get delayed, then that gives the 24-hour buffer, and then I can only book a PCR test 12 days out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I haven't been able. So we come home on the February 5th, Saturday. So I'm gonna book it for the Wednesday. Because you got to get your results back.
Yeah, and I think with Arrive Can, it's got to be within 72 hours.
Yeah, so that's what that would be. That's like just at the
threshold there.
Yeah, because the thing is, yeah, sure, you could get it the Thursday, but you're risking not getting your results until Saturday. But our flight leaves at 6 a.m.
Yeah,
Saturday. So it's like you have to get it done Wednesday.
I think again, one of our friends
in Greece, that whole situation where he got his results how many hours before his flight?
I think he was headed to the airport and he was calling the
guy,
clinic, the guy about it. It's like no, we sent to you now, and then it's like I think what is it? It's right as they got to the airport,
it showed up.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that'd be fucking stressing.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. And then, so then I come home, and thankfully Hawaii changed their rules. Used to need a PCR test to get on the island, but now they're taking antigen like the rest of the mainland. So I'm gonna come home, and I booked my test for, I think Monday, like from the Saturday to the Monday, because I leave the Tuesday. So,
okay,
because if it was PCR, I think I kind of would have been fucked because I don't get home till like Sunday morning at like 1:00 in the morning.
Yeah.
So it's like then I would have to like almost just go back to the airport the Sunday and get it done. And then maybe I'll get it before my flight.
Yeah, or you'd have to shell out the cash to get.
Oh, it'd be so annoying because when I booked my Maui flight when I was in Florida, and then after I booked it, I realized what my connection times were, and I was like, ooh, because I think I had like an hour and 15 minutes to get, because I go to Calgary first, to get through customs and onto my flight, right?
Yeah.
And the thing is that those custom lines and the securities take so fucking long nowadays. The thing is, if I'm delayed coming out of Saskatoon, I am not making that flight.
Yeah.
And then my whole PCR test or my antigen test is fucked because it's 24 hours now.
Yeah.
So it's like, but then I saw that a couple days later they switched my flight 2 hours back, so I'm in Calgary for a little longer, which is nice. So
good. Also, I didn't realize, but they closed down the borders at 8 p.m. now.
What? Like the U.S. borders?
Yeah.
Like driving borders?
No. For like to cross the customs into the stateside in the Vancouver airport.
Really?
Yeah.
So what happens if your flight you get in past? Like, do you just not schedule flights then that are international like that?
Yeah, they don't schedule flights past 8 p.m.
I wonder why.
Because I don't know. Yeah, that's why I got delayed in Vancouver or whatever, and I missed my flight down to Seattle because when I landed in Vancouver it was like 9:00. Like, yeah, borders closed. I'm like, oh shit. So I had to stay.
That's weird because then they booked you. You had a flight leaving, so you wouldn't have been able to cross anyway.
No.
You just got delayed, so you couldn't cross before.
Yeah.
What time did your flight leave out of Calgary?
It was supposed to leave out of Calgary there at like 7:30.
Oh.
So I would have been able to.
But you missed it because did you fly WestJet?
No, Air Canada.
Oh, okay, yeah, because WestJet is the one that was because I'm WestJet all the way to Maui and back, I think, and I was like, fuck, because they are the worst. Shit, they delay their flights all the time, so I was a little worried about that. So
okay. All right.
Cool.
I think that's enough for us rambling on.
Yeah, I feel like shit now, honestly. I didn't even eat that much, but like I feel like garbage. So I'm going to go eat a fruit.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us on another episode of the Entertaining Stupid Podcast. Really looking forward to this new season.
Yep. This is 2020 Part 3 is what this year is. So
yeah.
We'll have some fun.
Yeah, how did the Matrix movies go? It was Resurrection.
I don't know. Fucking Erection. I don't know. I've never watched them, so I have no idea.
Okay.
Retribution. Resolution. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of words with R. Matrix. Retarded.
All right. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Matrix 4, the retard is back.